Good morning, Jad. Good
Good
morning.
morning. Good morning.
How are you?
Fine.
Are you fine? Have you got a cold?
No.
No. How are you enjoying Arcadia? Are you happy in Arcadia?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice school, isn't it? Yeah. Nice to have you, Jad. Nice to have you in Arcadia.
Mm.
Nice. I'm so happy
Me
to have
too.
you in grade 7.
Me too.
Yeah, that's great. Excellent. Okay, we're just going to wait for a few minutes for the other students. And then we're going to continue the correction of the context clues. We still have 2 more, I think. So can you put your context clues in front of you? Can you get your copybook out? Your reading comprehension copybook. What we were
This.
with, yeah, context clues, what we were working on yesterday. We're just going to continue the correction.
Miss, we are 9.
We're in 9, yes. We've got 9 and 10 and then we're through. We're going to start something else. Excellent. We're going to do something else that's important for throughout the whole year. And I hope that we can start the book by the end of the week. We'll start the book online. I'll send you the pages until you get the book when we go back to school. Stephanie's trying to come through. We're just waiting for the other students. Are you understanding everything, Jad? Do you understand everything? Great. If you don't understand anything, please tell me, huh? Just let me know. Just stop me and let me know. I think you don't have a problem in grammar. You like grammar, huh? You like grammar, yeah. Do you like reading, Jad? Reading. Do you like reading? No?
Yes.
You do. That's good. That's great. Because there are always ways, there are always strategies to help you to understand something. There are always ways. Actually, we're working on reading strategies this week that will help you.
Good morning.
Good morning, Stephanie. You finally come through. Morning, Stephanie. Can you open your camera? Good morning, Adam.
Good morning, Miss.
Morning. How are you? Fine. Good. That's
Fine,
good.
Miss.
Okay. I'm just saying that we still have 2 more questions to correct on context clues. So we're going to finish the context clues and we're going to work on something else. So if you can open your reading comprehension copybook so you can check your answers. Morning, Yara.
Good morning, Miss Denise.
Good morning, Ali. How are you? Are you fine? Let me just
Fine.
tick your name off since you've joined. Okay, we still need Mustafa, Nazik, Nabil. Yara is with us. Okay. We're going to finish the context clues. So we still have 2 more to correct. So if you can open your reading comprehension copybook. Good morning, Yara. Morning. Today I'm going to send you the recording of the lesson. I'm going to send you the link of the lesson on eSchool, and anything that you miss, you can watch the lesson again. Okay, now it's going to be on YouTube. So I'm going to send you the link from today. I'm going to send you the link and you can watch the lesson again in case you miss anything. In case you disconnect or you have problems with your connection, then you'll be able to watch the lesson on eSchool through YouTube. Okay, I'll send you the link on eSchool. So hopefully you will get a link today. Right, does everybody have their context clues in front of them? Everybody has their context clues? Okay. We'll just wait one more minute to see if Mustafa, Nazik and Nabil join. If they don't, then we will start. If they don't, then we're going to start. Okay, I'll screen share while we're waiting. Okay, this is Nazik joining. Right, there's our sheet. Okay, can you just again remind me of the different types of context clues? Who can remind me? Who's raising their hand? Adam is raising his hand.
Examples, cause and effect, antonyms, synonyms.
Excellent. Cause and effect, antonyms, synonyms, examples. Anybody else can give me any more?
Miss Structural.
Structural. Tell me about structural. Who can tell me about structural? Annie,
Miss,
what do we know about structural clues in context clues? What are the structural clues? Remember that structure is to build up. Structural clues. If you just look at the word, sometimes you can figure out what it means. By what? By looking at what? From
by the prefixes and the suffixes.
That's right. Prefixes, suffixes, the root word. The root word. Okay. What else? Examples, antonyms, synonyms, examples, cause and effect. What's in front of you? What's in front of you right now? Stephanie, what's in front of you? What's in front of you, Stephanie? What can you see on the screen? What's this?
Miss, she was talking and we couldn't hear her voice.
Ah, we can't hear you, Stephanie. We can't hear you. Anybody?
Definitions.
Definitions. That's an easy one because the definition of the word is going to be in the sentence. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's go on. Okay, examples we said. Guys, can you keep your cameras open? Nazik, I can't see you. Good morning, Nazik. Can you open your camera, please, Nazik?
Yes, ma'am, I can.
Open your camera, please. Yara, can you open camera? Examples we said, synonyms we said, antonyms we said, or contrast, difference. Structural clues we said. Inferences, just general clues. General clues. Cause and effect, and then we started. Okay, we got down to number 9, I think. Yes?
Yes.
Jad, you said we got down to number 9, that's right. Okay. So who would like to start off? Who would like to read number 9? We've got 9 and 10, and then we're through with context clues, and we're going to use context clues throughout the year. Who wants to read 9? Nazik. Nazik, can you read number 9,
Yes, ma'am.
please? No?
Yes.
Okay.
The screen is not clear.
It's not clear. Is it clear to everybody else?
Yes, miss.
Yeah? We can all see it. Why is it not clear?
I can see it.
You can see it? Everybody can see it, Nazik?
Miss, maybe because she is using a phone.
Ah, Nazik, do you not have any other device?
I use the phone and I see it well.
You can see it well. Okay. This is Mustafa joining now. Stephanie, can you try reading and unmute and let's see if we can hear you. Unmute and let's see if we can hear you.
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you. Okay, go for number 9, Stephanie.
The archaeologists found different amulets, such as rabbits' foot, a blue stone with an engraved and bags of fruit.
Right.
The word
Okay. The archaeologist, we all know what an archaeologist is. What's an archaeologist?
He's a scientist, but he works with earth, with the ground.
Right. And what does he find in the ground? Anybody else? What does he find in
Fossils.
the ground? Fossils. Okay, fossils or anything else that's old. Okay, we took this last year, didn't we, guys? So the archaeologists found different amulets, such as rabbit's foot, a blue stone, an engraved eye, and bags of herbs. Okay, who can tell me what are the clues for amulets? Ali, what are the clues for amulets, Ali?
Rabbit foot,
Rabbit's foot. Okay, so I'm just gonna
blue stone,
blue stone. Okay,
engraved eye,
engraved eye,
bags of herbs.
bags of herbs. What are these? What are all these? What type of clues are
Amulets.
they? What type of
They are
definition or they synonyms?
examples.
Examples. Okay, they are examples. Excellent. I'm just going to save those examples so that I send you this today. Right. Ali, what do you think? What is your answer? The word amulet means lucky items used against evil, items for cooking, ornaments to decorate a home, or items of rubbish. What do you think? What did you go for, Ali? B, items for cooking. D, items of rubbish. Remember, the archaeologist found them. The archaeologist found them. Did the archaeologist throw them as rubbish? Amulets, amulets. A rabbit's foot, a blue stone. In your culture, the blue stone is very significant. Why? The blue stone. And you know the eye in your culture, the eye?
Miss, they say that it doesn't bring evil to your house.
It doesn't bring evil to your house.
Miss, can I say the answer?
What did you say, Yara?
Lucky items used against evil.
Yes, that's right. These are all lucky items. You see, some people in my country, some people keep a key ring with a rabbit's foot on it. Not a real rabbit's foot, not a real one, but on a key ring. Some people have a blue stone. In this culture, you have a blue stone. In this culture, you have an engraved eye. Some people keep a bag of herbs to keep evil away inside their house. So all of these are what of amulets? What are all of these? What kind of context clue?
Examples.
They are all examples of an amulet. The ancient Egyptians, the ancient Greeks, they all had amulets. And the ancient Egyptians, when they used to bury the pharaohs, they used to bury amulets with them. And those amulets that they used to put beside the body, beside the mummified body, those amulets were said to keep evil away. So it is lucky items used against evil. Okay. So
I wrote it, but
why did you say something else if you wrote it? Why did you
I
do
thought
that, Ali?
wrong.
You don't know. Mustafa, are you still there? Good morning, Mustafa.
Miss, I thought it's wrong.
No, be confident in yourself. Use the context clues. Good morning, Mustafa.
Miss, all of my answers are right, but I say another.
Why did you do that if they're all right? Be confident in yourself, Ali. Good morning, Mustafa. Mustafa's not answering. Nazik, can you see the screen any better?
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Mustafa. Nazik, can you see the screen any better?
Yes, Miss. Now, yes.
Now, yes? So do you want to read 10 then?
Yes.
Okay. Yalla, go ahead.
Now I need to start with 10.
Yes, 10. We finished 9.
Yes, I know.
The famine was a result of a year of drought when the country had no rainfall and consequently
Consequently,
farms lost all their crops. It was to extreme hunger and death.
right. So famine means no water, scarcity of food, bad weather, or no money. So what are the context clues for famine? What are the context clues for famine? Nazik, did you do this
Yes,
activity? Because
yes.
sometimes you're not joining the class. Did you do this activity? What do you have? What do you have for the context clues for number 10? Nazik.
No money.
Sorry?
No money.
No, but
No money.
no money? You have the answer as no money. I'm asking you, what are the context clues for famine? Who can tell me what the context clues are? Yara, what did you go
Miss,
for? Yara, what are the context clues for famine?
For famine,
Yes.
drought,
Just a minute till I mute Nazik because she's making a lot of noise. Drought, did you say drought?
yeah,
Okay. What else?
no
Miss,
rainfall,
No rain. No rainfall. Okay, what else?
Miss,
farmers lost their crops,
Farmers lost their crops. So we know that it's something bad. We know it's something which is negative, something bad. Anything else?
Miss,
Yes, Adam?
hunger and death,
Yeah,
Miss was a
hunger?
result. Miss was a result of.
Right, yes, was a result of what? So, okay, we'll talk about this in a minute. Was a result of. Okay, what else, Yara? What did you say?
hunger and death,
Right, extreme hunger and death. Extreme hunger and death. Okay, so from the context clues, we can figure out that a famine is a result of something. A famine is a result of something. It's a drought, if we know what drought is. No
Yes.
rainfall. No rainfall. What is a drought? Who wants to tell me what a drought is? What is a drought?
no water,
No water, right? So there we have no rainfall. We've also got the clue consequently, don't we? That helps us to know what kind of context clue it is. I'm going to just highlight, we've got so many words in this. So many words in this one. Farmers lost all their crops, so we know that famine is something bad. Extreme hunger and death, so we also know that famine is something bad. So all of these clues would lead us to what? All of these clues. What kind of context clues are they? Who can tell me? We've
no,
got was a result of and consequently. What type of
Cause and effect.
cause and effect? Excellent. Something happened, so consequently something happened because of that. We've got cause and effect. Something happens and then something happens due to that. So we know that these clues are cause and effect. So what's the answer?
no water,
No water. Okay. The famine, listen. The famine was a result of drought. The famine. How did the famine happen? The famine happened because there was no water, because there was no rain. And what happened because of that? Because of that, the
scarcity of
farmers
food,
lost all their crops and there was extreme hunger and death. Why was there extreme hunger?
scarcity of food,
Yes,
Miss,
there was.
crops were dead.
The crops were dead. They lost all their crops. So if you lose all the vegetables that the farmer has, and then people are super hungry, what does it result in? It results in a
Famine.
famine. So what is famine? What is it? If you're hungry, what is it?
Miss, scarcity of food.
Scarcity of food. As you said, Yara, scarcity of food. Yani not enough food. Scarcity, not enough food. Okay, so a famine is scarcity of food. Not enough food. Very little food. Very little food. These were just the clues. How did it happen? How did the famine happen? This is cause and effect. How did the famine happen? Because there was no rain. And if you don't have rain, your crops are not going to grow. You're not going to get food to grow. You're not going to get vegetables to grow. And if the vegetables don't grow, you get hunger and death. So it's a cause and effect chain. One thing happens, then something else happens, then something else happens, then something else happens. This is a cause and effect chain, and in the end, there is scarcity of food. Everybody fine? Any questions about context clues? Any questions about context clues? Is everything fine? So when you are reading, okay, when you're reading, try to figure out the context clues and ask yourself, what type of context clues are these? Are they definitions? Are they examples? Are they structural clues with the prefixes and the suffixes? Are they definitions? What are they? Okay, are they cause and effect? Are they antonyms? You try and figure that out yourself. So I'm going to send you this sheet so that you can review it. You can keep this sheet with the correction. Mustafa, are you still there? Good morning, Nabil. Mustafa, I'm going to send you this sheet, okay? I'll send you the sheet. Nabil, you're late. How come you are late? How come you are late, Nabil? Nabil, are you there? Everybody, can you open your cameras, please? I can only see Adam and Stephanie. I can only see Adam and Stephanie. Can you open your cameras, please? Okay, thank you. Open camera so that I can see you all. Okay, we're through with context clues. Something else that I want to do with you, which is important for the whole year. Context clues important for the whole year because every text you read, you're going to use context clues. So the next thing that is very important that we're going to work on right throughout the year is author's purpose. Author's purpose, okay? What do we talk about when we talk about author's purpose? All these strategies help us to be better readers. Context clues help you to be better readers. Author's purpose help you to be better readers. You should, when you read a text, be able to figure out the unfamiliar words through context clues. You should be able to figure out the genre. We've already talked about genre. We've already had a lesson on genre. Now we're going to talk about author's purpose. And in every text we have, I'm going to ask you the author's purpose. What is the author's purpose? Adam, you were raising your hand.
Point of view.
No, point of view is something else. What is the author's purpose? Come on, guys. We took this in grade 5 and in grade 6. We took it in grade 5 and 6. Remember pi? We had it up in the classroom. P-I-E. Nabil, yes. Tell us, Nabil.
Why the author wrote the
Why the author wrote the text. Whenever anybody sits down to write something, when you sit down to write a paragraph or an essay, you should ask yourself, why am I writing this? Am I writing this to? Nabil, can you remind us of the author's purposes? Think of pi. P-I-E. Think of
persuade, persuade,
to. What did you say, Nabil?
Miss, he said persuade.
Persuade. Okay, this is one of them. Jad, are you with us? Jad, are you with us? So number 1, to persuade. We're going to talk about it in a minute. What are the others? 1, to persuade. P, to persuade. I. We're talking about pi.
Inform. Inform.
Inform. I, to inform. And E, to
Miss, entertain.
entertain. That's right, to entertain. Sometimes the author describes. You can also say that the author is expressing something. He's describing something. But these are the 3 main
Author's
ones.
purpose.
Right, this is the author's purpose. So the author's purpose is the reason why he writes something. When you sit down to write, a paragraph or an essay, ask yourself, why am I writing this? I know I'm writing it because the teacher asked me to write it, but ask yourself, what is the reason? Yani author, the writer, purpose, the reason why you write something. So ask yourself, why am I writing this? Am I writing this just for fun, to entertain my readers? Am I writing it to inform them of something? Am I writing them to give them information?
Persuade.
Or am I
Persuade.
writing this to persuade, to get my readers to try to see my point of view, Adam? In persuasion, you're trying to get the reader to see your point of view, but author's purpose is something, your point of view is something else. So ask yourself, is it to persuade? Is it to entertain? Is it to inform? Is it always one? Is it always one purpose? Or could it be more than
No.
one? Nabil, you're shaking your head. What do you think?
No.
So,
Anybody? Yara? Is it always
so it could be.
Yes, Adam?
So it could be more than one.
It could be more than one. It could be a story for fun, but it could be persuading you to do something. It might have a moral in it. It might have some kind of value that they're trying to persuade you to follow, like respect or responsibility or something like this. It could be to entertain with a bit of information, a bit of factual information, or it could be all of them. It might be a text which has a bit of all of them. There will be a dominant one, there will be a main one, but along the way you might find others. And we worked on this last year in grade 6, but possibly you've forgotten because of everything that happened last year. So I'm going to screen share. I'm going to screen share a PowerPoint with author's purpose. We're going to do some practice, and then I'm going to send you a sheet to work on today where you have to identify the author's purpose. Okay, so I'm going to go now for the PowerPoint. I'm going to share that with you. Right. There we go. It's slow this morning. What's happening? Right. Wow, it's super slow. Right, okay. So we can see here author's purpose, introduction. So I'm just going to scroll that down. So what is the author's purpose? What is it? When we talk about the author's purpose, we're talking about what the author's goal is. What does he want to achieve? Does he want to achieve just entertaining you? Does he want to achieve persuading you to think the way that he does or do something that he suggests is a good idea? Or is his goal just to pass you information? Ask yourself, why did the author write this? And what are the 3 purposes for passages or for texts or for paragraphs or whatever? Right, it is easy as pie. There is the pie. Do you all know what a pie is? English people are so famous for their pies. We have meat pies and we have fruit pies and we have all sorts of pies. So they've used pie as an example. The 3 main purposes we're going to be working on is P for persuade, I for inform, and E for entertain. Right, to persuade. Here we are. There's the little guy there with his pies. Persuade. What do we do when we persuade? What do we do? Yes, Adam?
Yes, we tell someone to do something.
We try to get somebody to do something. We don't force them, but we try to persuade them.
Yes.
Stephanie, what did you want to say? Did you want to say something, Stephanie?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
When
we are reading a story and they can we will tell you
What, you're right, Stephanie. What might we see? Which words might we see while we're reading something which is persuasive? What are the words that we might see? What are the words that we might see? What are the verbs that we might see? Anything? Anybody remember what we might see? What are the verbs that we might see in something persuasive? What about should? You should, or you must. Yes? What do you think? Am I right? Anybody? Can you shake heads? Yes? You should do something. You must do something. Yeah? Okay. Persuasive passages are trying to convince the reader of something. Convince. So if you're trying to convince somebody, you're trying to get somebody to think the way that you think. The author takes a position or picks a side on what they are writing about. Okay? What does he have to do when you are writing a persuasive essay? What do you have to do to convince the reader? What do you have to give to convince the reader? What do you have to give the reader to convince him? What do you think you have to give him? How can you convince somebody? Yes? Guys, can you open your cameras, please? I can't see any of you.
Miss reasons?
Reasons. Very strong reasons. I can only see Adam and Stephanie, please. Thank you, Nabil. Very strong reasons. You are not going to convince anybody of anything unless you give very strong reasons. Okay? So, the author takes a position, picks a side on what they are writing about. That's the way that they're going to convince you. Persuasive passages are mostly opinion with some facts thrown in. So don't forget that persuasive passages are the writer's opinion. It's what he thinks, but at the same time, he's trying to get you on his side. He will give you facts. He should give you facts, but it's also his opinion. Okay? It's good to give facts because you're going to give evidence to get you to be on his side. Right, persuasive examples. What are some of the examples? Advertisements. When you advertise something, you have to convince somebody to go and buy that washing powder. You have to convince somebody to go and buy that new car. Persuasive essays, which is what we do. Editorials, which are opinion articles. Okay, let me just go on fairly quickly. Right, to inform. The informative passages are trying to teach the reader something. Informative passages are meant to give information. This is an easy one. These passages give both sides of an argument and use facts, not opinion. So information is facts. You can go and check the facts out in a book, on Google, wherever you want. So the facts can be proved. The facts can be proved. Examples for inform. What are the examples? Textbooks, your math book, your science book, your geography book, your history book is full of facts. Recipes. When your mom wants to make something, she looks for the recipes. When Yara wants to cook something, she looks for a recipe. Newspapers, full of facts. Encyclopedias, full of facts. Entertain. Pieces that are meant to entertain or hold the reader's attention. We love fun stories. We love fun stories. So when you entertaining pieces are also descriptive. We have got to describe what we're talking about. We've got to describe the events in an entertaining story. And the description will help us to visualize in our minds what exactly is going on. We put a picture in our minds. They use the 5 senses. What are the 5 senses? When you describe something, you need to use the 5 senses. Adam, what are the 5 senses?
Touch, feel, sense. No, miss. Touch, feel, see, and hear.
Touch, feel, hear, touch, feel, hear, see, and look at me.
Taste.
Okay, so these are what we use when we describe something, and we need that in entertainment when we write an entertaining story. Entertaining pieces sometimes involve silly situations, but they are fun. Okay, so examples of entertainment: novels, which is what Nabil writes, plays, poems, comics, short stories. Okay, right, game time. I'll come back to the game time in a minute, but I want to share with you first the sheet that I'm going to send you, okay? Because time is running out and I want you to do this for tomorrow. So I'm going to just skip this for a minute and I'm going to go to the sheet that I want you to work on. This is the sheet that I'm going to send you today. Right, I've given you on the sheet the author's purpose pie. Persuade, the author writes to get you to do something or believe what they are saying. Inform, the author writes to give you information about a topic. And entertain, the author writes to tell you a story that you will enjoy. And here we have the idiom. This is an idiom. It's as easy as pie. Okay, then I'm going to go down and show you what I want you to do. Simply, all you're going to do, you're going to select the correct author's purpose. So number 1, I'll do it with you. A 5-paragraph essay where a student argues, look for clues. A student argues that people should, look for clues, should recycle and not litter. Okay, somebody else, not Adam, somebody else. There are clues. What are the clues? Look for the clues. Somebody else. Ali, are you still with us? Ali. Nazik, are you still with us? Okay, let me see who's raising hands. Stephanie. Go ahead, Stephanie. Entertain, inform, or persuade?
Inform.
Inform? What's he informing you? It's a 5-paragraph essay where a student argues that people should recycle and not litter. Jad, are you still there? Can you open your cameras, please, guys? Open cameras. Who else is raising hands? Nabil?
C.
To persuade. How do you know? Nabil, what are the clues? What are the clues? Should, right, I'm going to highlight it. Excellent. Should is a clue. It's a huge clue. Right? Nabil, can you just mute because there's a lot of noise behind you. Somebody else give me a context clue. Yara, give me a context clue. Give me a clue here. Another clue. Should and what? What's another clue? Should and?
Miss argues.
Yes, you're a bit late, Yara. Okay. Argues and should help us to know that this is, as Nabil said, persuade. It's persuading. What is it persuading? It's an essay. Okay, it's an essay, but it's persuading a student where a student argues that people should recycle and not litter. It's persuading you to recycle and not litter. Okay? This is what I want you to do for homework. I'm going to save it and send it to you.
Should we write the sentences or just the answer?
You can look in your copybook. I would prefer if you write A1 and you write the clues and then you write the answer.
Just the clues.
Write the clues and the answer. Okay? So you're going to go all the way down to, you've got 12. Okay? So this is what I want you to do for homework. Right? Look for the clues. Write the clues and then write the author's purpose. All right? So I'm going to save this, and then I'm going to go back to the PowerPoint until we cut out. I'm going to go back to the PowerPoint and we can continue author's purpose. Let's start on a few examples in PowerPoint. We'll finish off with some examples together. We've got less than 1 minute, so we might cut off anyway. Right, I'm going straight down to the game. We may cut off. Right, what's the author's purpose? Read it as quickly as you can and tell me. Everybody read it to themselves. Whenever you have the answer, you can raise your hand. Whenever you have the answer, you can raise your hand. We can see a clue. We can see more than one clue. Okay,